Yes, this stuff looks nice. What's up, guys? Welcome back to AC Designs Garage. And on today's episode, well, it was supposed to be you seeing me spray the good old Vice Grip Garage 1776 clear onto the panel that we done last week, the turbo black we shot through the spray gun. Well, it done it. It done a great job. I did 4 coats on it, and it looked good. And I'd posted a short on some pictures and stuff like that. And then I went to upload and start doing my editing today, and all the files are corrupted. So sorry guys, you're not going to see it being sprayed, but it sprays just like any other spray paint. It lays down nice. I did 4 coats, 10-15 minutes in between each one of them, but probably next week we'll do another one like that. But I did, this video here is going to be me cutting and buffing it. It was supposed to be all in one, but it messed up. So the cut and buff turned out, well, I'll let you see it real quick glimpse, then you can watch the video. I'd appreciate if you watch it all, because I've just wasted about 5-6 hours of my life has gone off into the technology world, just floating around in the skies. Yeah, anyway, I appreciate if you watch it all through. This is a good one. We cut and buffed the Vice Grip Garage clear, and she looks rad. Look at that. That's all you get for right now. So let's get at it. All right, it's the next day. I decided I was going to go ahead and buff it. I am cut for time, so I'm probably going to cut corners where I can. I'm going to DA some of this. We're going to cut and buff this door right here. Yesterday, I cleared this stuff and got done about 3 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday, so I'm going to get this cut and buffed, and then I got to go up there and edit it so y'all can watch it tonight, hopefully by 7 o'clock. All right, we're gonna wheel this thing out to sunshine. I love this little stand thing. This makes life so much easier. So this is what she looks like, and it's not bad, but if you get up in there, you can see a little bit of orangey peel. So yeah, we're gonna get that out of there. We want her slicker and snot. She looks nice. She's slicker than most factory cars are. But yeah, this stuff I tried up here to stick my fingernail in it. Stuff's hard to rock, ready to buff. So we're gonna start out with 1500 on the DA. I don't have any DA paper for 25, so I'm gonna have to hand do it. Then we're gonna take the Bauer DA buffer and 105 it and 205 it and call it a day. Then I gotta go start editing for about 8 hours. But anyhow, let's get at it. So I will go over real quickly what we're gonna use. I think I'm only gonna need one piece. I always use Velcro back so I can wet sand stuff. I like it. We got the old squishy interface pad here on the bottom of my Ingersoll Rand. It says Matco. It's Ingersoll Rand's what it is. DA sander. I got some 2500 regular paper. We're going to use the soft block since there's not a whole lot of peel. So it's got the black side's the hard side, the gray side's the soft side. So we're going to use this. Got some good old microfibre towels. Some M105 to cut with. That's my cutting. M205 to polish with. The 6-inch microfiber Meguiar's DA pads. We use the thick ones, what is that, L5010. That's for the polish. And the thinner one, it's a A6260. Like I said, we'll link everything in the video down below for the cutting. And then I got my little squeegee. And also, we can't live without some of the Scott Shop rags here. So we in turbo mode today. Cranking these Shake Masters out every week and trying to get videos. Getting a little challenging, but I appreciate it. I'm up for a challenge. So right now, like we always do, we take our sandpaper, our 2-piece sandpaper, put it in our little bucket to soak, get our old lubricant for the sandpaper, get our rolling stool over here. Maybe my old shoes won't get messed up. I'm gonna check these out. I need some new boots. I just won't go buy none. These are comfortable. Anyhow, just take our old Dawn after we got the water in. Don't put it in before because it'll bubble all up. So we're just gonna drizzle her in there. And this makes it kind of slimy so the sandpaper will skid across there without grabbing. And we'll get y'all all set up on the old tripod here, and we're gonna get to sanding, because I got a lot to do. All right, I think I got everything ready. This here's a pretty slick panel. This is really a driver quality, I'd say. I mean, you don't really need to do this. I just wanted to show you guys how to take it to the next level. I almost consider this a show car level, but we're not gonna cut and buff the bottom. I'm just running out of time. Mainly, we're gonna focus on the roll down to about here. And I'm probably gonna get this flat area up here. We'll just see. I don't want to cut through again, and you can do it on these hard edges. I put 4 coats, so it should be plenty to get it flat. But some of these real hard to get to places today, guys. I'm running out of time, so I'm not gonna do it. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna get the big area flat here, and so you can see how shiny she can be, and we're gonna go edit. So I decided to do it in here. It's so bright out there, and the sun's shining, so my feet's probably gonna get wet, but it'll be okay. So we're gonna we're on 1500 on the DA. We're gonna cut it down a little bit. We just basically gonna DA till it's flat. I'll show you that here in a second. Now, even though this radius here is not a sharp area, you don't wanna wait around here and hang out all day on it, because it is thinner on any edges because the paint flows away from edges. There's more clear here than they are here or on sharp edge. Just kind of remember that. We're just gonna go till it's flat and ain't no peel. Keep her rinsed off and check her here in a second. Got me a little piece of insulation to set my sander on. Don't never set it on the floor because it'll get dirty. So we're gonna check this real quick. Let's see how fur we got. I can still a little bit. Might need to grab my air hose so I can blow it off. Alright guys, you can see here, now that's a trash nib. If you look right there, these little, it's got like a dot and a shiny place around it. We're just trying to get those out. We want it to look like this right here, just a good flat. You can see it's still a little bit up there, so we're gonna work that out on this radius, and then we're gonna move down. This here you gotta be a little more cautious of, but we got our edge here, so we're gonna go a little bit more. might go ahead and hit this upper spot up here real quick. Go ahead and run this upper. And we're going to stay off of this edge right here because it's pretty sharp. We're just getting this flat. I've kind of got more pressure rolled up like this to stay off of that. Let's see where we at. Just stop every now and then, just wipe it off. Get your little block here and we'll put the little air hose and blow her off. We still got a little bit. I think I'm gonna come back up here. Yeah, I can still feel that pretty good. I'm gonna come back over here and run this. We'll get this panel down here done first. See if I got all the little boo-boos. Alright, we got a little stripe here and a trash nib there, so we need to work this area here. We don't have to get it 1000% perfect, guys, because we're going to come right back with the 25 to knock these out. That's a pretty deep little one right there. So up here, we may do a little bit more, but we're about done with that upper. The lower part will go by pretty quick. It's just getting these delicate areas first. right, now we got that upper done, we can smoke right through this lower part here, because it's not bulletproof, but it does go a whole lot faster, because we're going to go over this about 3 times and check. It's usually a good way to do it. So here we go. Alright, let's give her a quick check here, see what our progress is. If it acts like it stops cutting, go ahead and change on over to another sanding pad. You could do 1,000 on there to cut it quick, but I don't want to cut it quick because I might cut through. This cutting and buffing is more of a feel. After a while, you'll learn it. Looking pretty good. Needs about probably 2 more swipes on it and she'll be good and flat. Y'all can see in here, let me get my little flashlight. You can see how there's still little sparklies in here. We want them sparklies gone. We want it to look like this up here, not sparkly like that. So I'm gonna do probably 2 more passes on this, and we'll move to that area. I don't, like I said, at the bottom I'm not gonna do this lip right here. The top of that lip I'm gonna do, but it usually cuts out pretty good once we're doing this. So yeah, just every now and then just check on it, sneak up on it, see where you're at. Don't just keep going, because eventually you'll run out of clear. But pretty impressed how easy this stuff buffs. And I mean, this is next day, guys. You ain't gotta wait a week. Actually, I don't think you want to. It says within 24 hours. So we're gonna get back on her and get her shined up. Don't worry about the white sludge foamy stuff it gets all over you. That's just to clear. Now if it starts turning black or a gray color, you're in trouble. You probably need to stop and reassess the situation. That's why I say you just need to sneak up on it. Another trick with the DA, keep it as flat as possible to the panel. That way you don't put any wonkies in it, because wonkies are not good, guys. Slicker and snot's good. right, I'll get y'all in here a little closer so you can see it. But she's getting about where we want her. You can see right here, there's just a little bit that edge. These edges I kind of get a little careful on, because that's a quick whoop and you done. Get a wonky and you in trouble. That's pretty decent. I'm gonna get this one out right here, and there's one right down here, the little sparklies, and then we'll move to that corner and we'll go 25. 25 won't take that long. It basically, the 15 you're shaping it, getting it flat, taking the trash out, and the 25 is you're just taking the 15 scratches out. So run up here, run down there. Get my squeegee here. I should be getting pretty close, guys. This thing should be slicker than snot. Pretty impressed with this Vice Grip Garage clear here. Good affordable clear. I think I got an idea on how you guys that don't have a spray gun can spray this stuff. Drop down the comments below if you want to see how. We'll try it. See how she does. If y'all are interested, make sure you keep on dropping them comments down there and ideas for videos, because it gets a little tough. I'd rather make what y'all want to watch than something you don't. All right, let me give her a quick dry. Thin this out where that stuff will dry faster. It's still a little wonky up here at the top. I might have to get out, but no biggie. Little area right there. I'm gonna go grab me a new piece of 15. I just think it ain't cutting as much. That bottom, I'm not going to take it totally. I just wanted to round it off a little bit, get any trash heads off of it. And we're going now, like if we was building a hot rod or a show truck or something, I would definitely cut the bottom just as much as I cut the rest of it. So I'm going to give her a little quick wash down. Get her good and clean, and then we'll jump on over to the 25 Hondo. We'll squeegee it off to get any of this slime off of it. Looking pretty good though. I'm telling you guys, we hit that buffer this thing, y'all gonna be amazed. That's why I wanted to try this clear. Not all clear buff's good. Not all, it just don't want to cut good. It don't want to buff good. But this stuff here, guys, it cuts pretty good and it dries in a day. I mean, quick turnaround. So now the 25 will go pretty quick. We don't have to check back and forth 100 times. Usually you go over, I'm gonna go over probably 2, maybe 3 times on it. But you can see she's good and matte black looking. We're gonna get our sanding block here wrapped up with the 2500. Like that, and just keep this thing flat. We ain't gonna focus a lot of time on this edge here. We might just roll over it after it's done. Bird, I'm trying to talk here. So, I'm gonna wet her all down. Start from the top, go to the bottom. We'll work them in sections, probably like a 1, 2, 3. Are you getting louder? Go ahead, I reckon. So we're gonna work them in little sections here. You'll see what we're doing. The bird just wants to be famous. It's springtime, he's got it right. Some people has that special ambiance music playing in the background. I got it naturally, so I don't have to pay for it. All right, here we go, 2500. We're gonna start here on the flat. Like we did before, we're gonna do it at angles. Basically gonna go over it about 2 to 3 times on each panel, and that should get, we're gonna let it kind of roll down into that little crevasse there. It'll buff at 1500, but if you go on to 25, 3, 5,000, 8,000, whatever, however far you want to go, this seems to do a better job, and it buffs up a lot faster. And you'll start noticing as you're sanding with the 25, it'll start sanding a lot easier. You start right here and you can feel a little drag to it. And as you keep going, start getting a little easier and easier, smoother and smoother. Get this little section here. All I'm using up in this crevasse here is just this corner. We'll go from the bottom to the top like that. We didn't do the top edge. You can, like at 3,000, 2,000, 3,000, just run over it. It ain't gonna matter. It's a demo panel. So I'm not gonna worry about trying to cut through. We're just trying to get rid of the old 1500 scratches. Let it kind of roll over that right there. Good. I just drop down about a block width every time. And then just go over it again about 3 times. You don't have to bear down, just let the sandpaper do the work. And we'll come back and get that lip down at the bottom here in a minute. I'm anxious to see how easy this stuff's gonna buff. Sanding pretty nice. Now I'm gonna get up here on that corner like that, rinse your paper off. Stay off that hard edge. And I'm just going down at an angle on it. We'll look at it real quick, see if it's shining any. Let my back straighten out. Down to the fun stuff now. I don't like to rush like this, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. So, with 105 in it, we got the thin pad, got the old Bauer dual action polisher. I like these better than rotary, especially for a beginner. And I just go around here and do about 4 or 5 little dabs and sauce the pad up here, get it all worked in and stuff. You want every one of these fibers to have a little compound on it because it'll cut faster. So we'll go in there and we'll rub it in like that really good with your fingernails. We usually buff on about 3 or 4. Do it whatever speed you want. Make sure you keep the buffer flat, and we're gonna get at it. So get you spun around, we're gonna make her shine, I hope. All right, we're gonna put this one dot here. And away we go. Watch how fast this buffs up. I'm not gonna speed it up, slow it down, nothing like that. I'm gonna buff this one little square foot here. Just watch how fast it buffs up. Usually what I do is I get it buffed till it starts hazing like this. You don't want to burn it off. Keep it at a low speed and out of the sun. Goodness, this stuff buffs nice. So, what y'all think about that? I can't see, I gotta look in here. What y'all think about that? That's a pretty good reflection there. So, I'm gonna stop yakking. I'm gonna show you this because I'm gonna have to speed this up. Come back here, rough it up again. Just put you 2 or 3 dots. You notice it's not slinging stuff everywhere. I just love these DA buffers. Some people love them, some people hate them. I like to work smarter, not harder. So, rub you another spot in right here. I'm gonna turn it up to 5 and get her moving a little more. I'm gonna go over this one spot one more time. Move a little faster. Woo-wee. Now that, guys, is slicker than snot. If you ever wonder what slicker than snot was, that right there. Good gravy, that stuff buffs up magical. Holy Bill. Look at that. Would you look at it? I mean, you can read my shirt. You can see the buffer. You can read the buffer. That thing is looking sharp. So let's finish up the buffing part. Now I will say the polish will bring it out just a wee bit more. So that's what we're going to shoot for. So I'm going to speed her up and get this unit done. Rough on an old man's back. I'm gonna tell you guys, I just don't think it can get a whole lot better than that. I mean, all right, guys, I guess all left is the top real quick. That shouldn't take but a split second. We'll go to polish and we'll be done in a matter of about 10-15 minutes on the door. That's where you get, guys, if you sand it up high enough. Like I said, you can buff out 15. If you're going up to 3, you really do something. But I'm gonna turn it down to 4 up here on these edges so I ain't beating the panel all to pieces. So get this top run done. Cut her down to 4. I think that wraps up the compound and quick fast and in a hurry. Make sure we got everything. I'd say that looks pretty good for old spray paint job. Alrighty, this ain't gonna take too long, guys. We went to a thicker pad, change your wipe off rag because you don't want to smear that compound and scratch your polish up. So now I'm probably gonna do about half of, do the top half and then the bottom half. It don't take near as long with the polish. We're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna go over it 2 or 3 times. Center that thing up on there. Get the good old 205. Get you a couple splashies on here. Masuji her in here. This polish goes a long ways. Then you can come back with like some Griot's Garage or something like that and put on here a swirl remover, wax or something. Should be good to go. So here we go, on 4. We'll wipe it off all at one time since it don't take near as long to polish it. I tell you, it's hard to beat black when it's this shiny. Oh, you can see all the colors in the Carolina blue sky. Birds even enjoy it. Hear them? Man, that stuff looks killer. And guys, this ain't nothing that you guys can't do. Y'all can do it just as easy as I can. Whew. All right, guys, that has been exactly, looked at the clock, an hour and a half from setting up everything to film and getting everything out. Wet sanding it, 1500 to 2500, cutting and buffing it with 105 and 205. So let's give her one last gander before we head to the house. Y'all can't argue with them results. How's it going? I mean, that is dripping wet, slicker than snot, whatever you want to call it. There's a dent there. Look, the slicker you get them, the worse you can see these dents. Just remember that, guys, when you're building stuff. But yeah, I'm not complaining about that. See the old Comet over there, 47 Pontiac there, and the 72 C10 chassis. I mean, clarity, guys, is just unreal. That's crazy. Yeah, what y'all think? I need to get up there and get to editing. That's the only part about this I don't like. I'm no techno person. I'm a paint body guy. Anyhow, hope y'all enjoyed that. Make sure you drop down the comments, guys, some other stuff you might want to see. We're going to try to do maybe some way to spray the Vice Grip Garage clear. You can go scoop that stuff up over at www.vicegripgarage.com. Go over and scoop you one of them. I don't make nothing off of that or nothing. I pay for this with my own money. I just wanted to try it. And proof's in the pudding. It works just like nanner pudding. It looks good. All right, guys, I appreciate you watching to the end and supporting me here with that file corruption and stuff. I really appreciate all the support. Thanks for all the buying on the Shake Master 4000s and the hats and t-shirts, Death 4 Electric t-shirts. It really supports me and my family directly. I really appreciate it. Also, keep Brother Robert Arrington and Sarah in your prayers. Deer Meat for Dinner. Go hit them up. Go check them out on their socials. It's Deer Meat for Dinner on their YouTube. Check out his channel. He's been in the hospital going through some tough times now. He's making progress. Looking good, guys, but they're going to need all the prayers you can give them, so I'd really appreciate it. And remember, be kind to one another. Jesus loves you, so do we. God bless. We go.